Hi, this is Robert coming from Casselman, Ontario, from St. Francois. I wanted to make a movie or a video in regards to, letting people of Casselman know what had brought me here. The fact that after my home was destroyed and I've been removed from it and lost everything twice in a year, that everything was going to be safe here in Casselman. I was promised by the director that, I'd be taken care of and that this would never come inside. And he lied to me. Within a month and a half, I was starved. I had basic services withheld from me. I was taken off property, as well as, literally by a staff member, taken off property for 3 days, refused to bring me back. So it allowed them to force me into basically a quarantine, which then they again refused me food. And I even had a social worker call them, and I've got the email to show all this, but give them an email to basically reinstate my food. And since then, and since I'd had brought all these things up, it's only made things worse for me. And now the staff are basically, and management are trying to make it appear as though I'm the difficult issue here. So I wanted to make this about, gang stalking and what's happening in the community, and come on, Casselman, wake up, and where are all the good people? And now I'm finding myself, because every day I come out, I hide my emotions. I don't come out upset or sad or angry. I'm always joking. I do hair for the residents. I do nails. I engage them. 6 hours for one set of nails. So, and I love the residents here. But even I've noticed how they're being catered into this bullying and into, this sort of, pushing behavior and ousting, me as I don't belong. And I don't belong in a senior residence, but I don't belong in a situation where all my basic civil and human rights are being taken from me. And so I guess what the heartbreaking part of this whole story is when I'm watching a dementia patient who has she can never remember where her bathroom is yet. And every time I see this lady, she brightens up and she smiles at me and she's, "How are you?" And ever since this has gotten so bad, I see her and she won't even look me in the eyes. And I said to her, I'm going to change her name, Lita, "What's wrong, honey?" And I just tilted my head sideways. And she looks at me because there's no staff around, and she whispered, "I'm sorry." What do you have to do to a dementia patient to make them fear talking to a guy that's in the residence? What do you do to a person that can't remember where her bathroom is 4 or 5 times a day to remember to look terrified to speak to you? Although she wants to, and she reaches out to me, she's terrified of some sort of consequence. Casselman, this is happening in your community. This needs to stop. There are good people watching bad things happen and no one's doing anything because of fear. And then there's some nasty people I've videotaped mocking me and my body and the cruel, nasty things that they've said about me and to me, that work as the care administrator and the senior staff members in the residence. And they are obviously psychopaths and sociopaths, have no understanding of consequence or empathy. Drug dealers that are running handing out prescriptions during the day. The last guy that just got on, I asked him, "How did you get this position?" He's like 21, 22, and he's like, "I came in for a job as a cook." They have him handing out medication, and he is an advocate for marijuana and different drugs. What is happening, Casselman? This is your family. These are your family members that raised you. Change this. Do something about this. And as for you hardcore representatives of this dark underbelly of society that hide and place the blame on the victim after antagonizing them and pushing them out of community to community, you like suffering so much? Well, you're going to get it in abundance, my friends, because that's what karma does. It makes you pay for that which you spend.